Ball is in the air. It's secured by Green Bay, and we are underway here at Creighton. And right away, Green Bay gets on the board. Shanquan Hemphill, man they call Tank, gets it going for Green Bay.
Well, he has a small frame to be called Tank, but right off the bat, he shows the offensive power of this Phoenix team.
Led to the basket, a good feed from Mitch Ballack. Mintz is fouled. As we take a look at Greg McDermott in year 9, second most wins in Creighton history, and 5 NCAA tournament appearances in the last 7 years.
Coach McDermott, one of the top coaches in NCAA basketball. I think underrated as a coach, or maybe not as recognizable as a coach, but he gets wins, and his teams always can shoot the ball and put the ball in the basket offensively.
One place where Creighton has been unable to shoot well this season is at the free throw line. Only 66% at the line this year.
Wayne, I never get that when teams can shoot at a high percentage at field goals and high percentage at the three-point line, but they can't make shots from the free throw line.
And Mintz misses both. Maybe they should just move back. Why do they have to stand at that line? Just pick any line they'd like. A takeaway from the Creighton defense. It was Damian Jefferson who poked it out. Jefferson feeds it into the corner. Sean Alexander has the three. He's hit so many so far this year. Already his 32nd in Creighton's 10th game.
Alexander has emerged as a high-power scorer for this team. Last year playing the point guard position. Now he's playing off the ball and is expected to score at a high level.
Alexander's 31 threes through 9 games, third most in school history, a record that belongs to Kyle Korver.
Well, one thing the Blue Jays will do, they have good passing, they'll run their offense, and they make the extra pass to the open shooter, Tyson Alexander, 3-ball corner pocket.
Alexander, a sophomore who didn't score all that much as a freshman, but he has come on strong in his 2nd season here in Omaha. See Green Bay with that full court press, sticky, they'll do that a lot. That's why they create as many turnovers as they do.
Absolutely, they have high energy, they gamble a little bit, they play the passing lanes pretty well. The anticipation is at a high level, and that's why they create steals and turn it into offense.
And an offensive foul is called against Martine Krompel.
Offensive foul, the Blue Jays number 15.
As Link Darner likes that in his 4th season at Green Bay, a man who won a national championship at the Division II level while coaching at Florida Southern.
Coach Darner, an experienced coach. He and I talked about back in the day when he was on the Purdue staff, and we were looking to play Purdue in the NCAA tournament in the 2nd round when I was at Providence. I told him, yeah, we were looking for that game so much we didn't handle our business against Alabama in the 1st round.
This is Hemphill missing short. The rebound floats out to Davion Mintz. 1 against 2 as Mintz goes to the scoop and score.
Mintz with good pace, watching the defense, using a mini Euro step to avoid the charge, and a nice finish on the finger roll.
Hemphill loses it again. Fast break chance for Creighton. Stop and pop. Alexander gets the three.
The one thing you're not going to miss in this game is the high scoring power of Creighton.
The 2nd best in the nation. They've had 10 or more threes in 6 straight games. And if they can get to 7, that will be a school record as Sandy Cohen hits the raindrop 3.
I'm impressed with Sandy Cohen's continued development. Got the chance to watch him at Marquette. He's found a home here at Green Bay, and he's affecting the scoring sheet, affecting it in every column. Blocks, steals, assists, scoring, and rebounding.
And he fills it up just about every night. This is Mintz with the shot clock winding down, and a rebound lands from Manny Patterson. Green Bay can score, make no mistake. 87 points per game. Hemphill with a wild shot. A 3 on the way for Creighton. And it's Mitch Ballack who connects.
And Mitch Mitch Ballock gets that shot because in order to be a transition team, a high-scoring team, you have to have players who can rebound and push out. You don't have to wait for one player to get the ball, and then they're unselfish. Precision on their passing to find the open shooter.
It was Ballock with a big game against Nebraska last weekend. Made 7 threes, including his first 6 from long range. A foul called there as Cohen went up, and we take a look at Dickey's game changers tonight.
Well, like I said, Sandy Cohen found his confidence, found a home here at Green Bay, affecting the stat sheet in many categories. And then Tyshawn Alexander, you already see his high scoring power for the perimeter. Both guys can change the game.
The free throw line for Green Bay is number 1, Sandy Cohen, shooting 3.
Sandy Cohen at the line as he misses the first. He was in the act of shooting from three-point range when he was fouled, so he's getting 3 free throws. Well, we saw him miss the first, so now only 2 more at the line for Cohen.
And Wayne, it's so interesting when you see a player play for another school, and then I felt like when Cohen was at Marquette, he didn't play all the time with the confidence and the talent that he possesses. Now he's found a new home here at Green Bay and is playing at a high level of confidence, showing his talent and helping his team perform at a high level in the scoring.
Cohen had 15 starts as a sophomore at Marquette and then barely played as a junior, was able to transfer and got a waiver so that he was able to join Green Bay in the second half of last year. Alexander gets fouled by Cohen.
You have to be able to have guys who can push it, find your shooters, make the pass. I call that, Wayne, #buckets.
Yes. Tyshawn Alexander makes the first free throw. Creighton has made 4 of its first 5 from the field, including a couple of threes from Alexander, who was the backup point guard last year, and now he's the leading scorer for this rather young Blue Jay team.
The Blue Jay coaching staff talked about how that experience of him playing point guard last year has really helped him now moving over to the 2 guard. He still makes plays for teammates. He's averaging 3 assists a game.
This is Jaquan McLeod. We weren't sure we're going to see him tonight, but McLeod misses his first shot attempt and a rebound for the big man out of Australia, Jacob Epperson. Alexander's hit his first 2 threes, but not that one. And the rebound bounces out to McLeod.
It'll be interesting watching Jaquan McLeod play today with this wrist brace on.
Cam Hankerson misses the 3, and if Green Bay is going to have trouble shooting, might be a long night for the Phoenix. Damian Jefferson. That one rimmed out right to Sandy Cohen.
And, you know, this is like a Golden State Warriors Houston Rockets game.
A foul is called as Cohen went toward the basket. Epperson will get caught for that foul as he ends up on the deck, slow to get up.
Jacob Epperson, his first 13 foul against the Blue Jays.
Link Darner in his 4th season at Green Bay. The Phoenix, part of the Horizon League, 5 NCAA tournament appearances all time for Green Bay. And it was in Link's first year on the job, their last trip to the NCAA tournament. They won 23 games that year, including the Horizon League tournament, otherwise known as Motor City Madness.
Well, Coach Darner has taken that experience he has throughout his coaching years, and he's won more games in his first 2 seasons than any coach in Green Bay history, establishing himself there.
Cohen makes both of his free throws.
Now you'll see this full court token pressure by the Phoenix just to see if they can make the Blue Jays wear down on the shot clock.
Nice move to the basket. Jefferson with the blow by and the layup.
Damian Jefferson.
Cohen for 3. And it falls with a rebound to Alexander. This is the freshman Zegarowski bouncing it back out. Ballock off a screen for 3. And it bounces out to Cameron Hankerson. McLeod spinning toward the basket.
Phoenix got lucky there with Ballack missing that. You have to guard him way out.
Green Bay's been a little sloppy with the ball early, and Jefferson makes them pay with the layup off the glass.
That point guard experience that Tyshawn Alexander had last season carries over to this season, where he has the vision and the ability to make those kind of passes to help his teammates score.
That was an excellent pass, nicely done by Alexander, leading Jefferson to the hoop. Schwartz on the attack, draws some contact, and Cody Schwartz.
And you see Damian Jefferson right here, an aggressive, attacking, versatile forward. And then he also has the ability to get in there, use his athleticism, get in transition. He has to thank Tyshawn Alexander for that pass, Wayne, because not many scorers like Alexander would give the ball up. But because he played point guard, because he's unselfish, and that's the culture of this Blue Jays program, Damian Jefferson gets that easy layup.
Three-point play for Cody Schwartz, former transfer from San Jose State.
And Schwartz is coming along. He's finding his way in this program. He's a stretch four, the ability to put it on the floor.
Another three-point try, this one long from Zegarowski. Off the screen, Jaquan McLeod. He was a game-time decision because of a wrist injury. Coach said he slipped while carrying groceries. He seems healthy as the three-pointer falls, and now a foul is called on the other end against McLeod.
Well, I guess we can say, I guess it's safe to say, Wayne, that McLeod's wrist is not bothering him when it's time to get up a shot. He shot that in rhythm with the dribble handoff, with confidence, and then he tried to take a charge down here on the defensive end. He looks like he's going to be fine.
One thing for Green Bay, they didn't shoot very well at the very beginning of this game, and still they've kept it close. Now 4 for 9 from the field. Creighton 6 for 11. Zegarowski trying to inbound and does. Ballack gets it inside. Easy takes in for Christian Bishop.
Excellent play, excellent pass by Ballack. Bishop keeping his eyes on Ballack, and fortunately, because he did that, he was available for Ballack to drop it down to him for the easy bucket.
A jumper drops for Hankerson. Bishop expected to get some more playing time starting tonight, as he's been impressive in his few minutes that he's had on the court. Zegarowski had that ball blocked out of bounds.
And here you go, Ballack finding Bishop. Bishop rolls to the basket, but he keeps his eyes on Ballack just in case, if he doesn't shoot it, he has the bailout pass for the easy layup.
Sending the Creighton notes that Bishop has averaged 32 points and 28 rebounds per 40 minutes so far. Those numbers will probably come down when he plays a little bit more, but Creighton, due to Bishop turning the ball over, an offensive foul.
You just gave me an analytical breakdown right there.
Yeah, I did. Of sorts.
That analytical breakdown you just gave me, if that was in the NBA, Bishop would be getting like a $200 million contract right now.
Bishop's only played about 10 minutes so far this season entering tonight. There's Sampson. Samson Froling, the 7-footer, another Australian big on this Creighton team. Well, he's in the game for the first time.
Excuse me, Wayne. They really like Bishop. They like his talent. They like his athleticism. They're bringing him along nice and slow as a freshman as he continues to get the feel for this college basketball.
That was P.J. Pipes picking off that pass as Cohen attacks the baseline and goes off the window.
Nice acrobatic finish, the ability to absorb contact.
Both of these teams are quick. They score fast, but a missed three from Kaleb Joseph. Green Bay has made 4 of its last 5 from the field. They have fought back to tie this game here in Omaha. That's a 3 on the way from Trevion Bell, but it falls out. And the rebound for Ballack. Froling sets up a screen. Zegarowski passes it as Froling gets into the post, working against McNair. Open look from the corner. Balak makes the three.
Balak makes that three because Froling drawing attention in the post. The Phoenix having to be aware and drop down. And because you have a big who can make good passes, he finds Balak in the corner.
Pipes gets it right back. It's tied again.
Wayne, if you're a college player, or if you are a recruited player, or aspiring to play college basketball, you would have to love to play in one of these games.
This has been the track meet we expected. As Froling tried for that rebound, and a foul is called against Green Bay.
The drop down to Froling. Froling finds Balak.
McDermott and his Blue Jays, who have lost back-to-back games against a couple of ranked opponents, getting beaten by both Gonzaga and Nebraska. That loss to the Huskers last Saturday broke a 7-game winning streak against Nebraska, their in-state rival. They got blown out early in that game. James Palmer was huge for the Huskers.
Well, he talked about the efficiency they have offensively. McDermott's teams always find a way to pass the ball well, be efficient, move the ball, and move bodies.
Zegarowski was looking to mince, and he threw it out of bounds. We haven't seen many turnovers yet from Creighton against this Green Bay team that forces 18 per game. PJ Pipes had a hand in his face. Froling trying to back his way down with the left hand. He spins it through. Going around Manny Patterson.
Well, the way the game has gone for bigs, you have skilled bigs who can post up, pass, score inside, and score outside. Froling is showing you all of that in his repertoire.
Now Patterson trying to get it back against Froling. He's fouled.
Well, earlier you saw Froling make a nice pass to the open shooter. Well, here he establishes post position, patience, poise, footwork, and skill to finish with his left hand.
His name is Sampson, and he's got the hair to prove it.
Yes, he does, representing from Australia. A product of that Australian Institute Sports that produces a lot of athletes out of there.
Manny Patterson at the free throw line, missed the first. Connor Cashaw is in the game for Creighton.
Connor Cashaw, in addition, a grad transfer from Rice. Played at Rice and has come in here as a combo guard. Finding his way offensively, but performed well in the Cayman Islands when they went down there and played in the tournament.
A trapping defense that Green Bay likes to get steals out of. Couldn't get one there as Creighton works it around to Mintz, who misses a three. Hankerson's pass was stolen by Mintz. Pushes ahead to Alexander. Alexander fouled. Although Cohen doesn't agree. Alexander and Cohen with a mid-air collision that will send Tyshawn to the free throw line.
Sandy Cohen says, give me my block shot. He's averaging almost 1.5 blocks a game using his length, his athleticism. I don't know about that one. He went straight up with two hands. He walled up straight up in the air. That's a close call right there. I think I could be Sandy Cohen's attorney. He has a case. He has a case, Wayne.
Well, he also has 2 fouls now after that last one, as Alexander makes the first free throws. So that's something that Green Bay will have to keep an eye on with Cohen, their leading scorer so far, as Froling goes to the bench.
And Coach Darner is going to take a chance right now, leaving Cohen in the game with 2 fouls. He's going to trust his experience as a veteran player and hope that he doesn't pick up a 3rd one on any type of cheap foul.
This is Hemphill trying to go around Mitch Balak, but Epperson pops up for the rebound for Creighton. Epperson tried to lead himself to the basket after setting up a screen. And another Green Bay steal. They average 9 a game.
Well, they have the quickness, the speed, and the anticipation. Hemphill anticipating that, using his speed and quickness to get that steal.
Missed 3 from Cameron Hankerson. Green Bay has not made a field goal in their last 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Alexander to Epperson on a lob, but they will call a foul. Before that, the shot does not count.
Wayne, I have to emphasize this again. In order to be a good scoring team, in order to be an efficient team, we try to make shots easier for your teammates. The one big thing about the Blue Jays is they pass the ball very well as a team. Always have their head up in transition, always looking for open players, and their pick and roll game is excellent.
This is Epperson at the free throw line, averaging only 9 minutes per game because really there are 3 big men that rotate in and out for Creighton: Epperson, Froling, and Krompel.
Well, you saw when Epperson rolled to the basket, he kept his eyes on the shooter. Normally when you're playing with a team and you know your players shoot the ball every time, bigs will roll and they won't even pay attention. They're just going to get a rebound. The bigs here at Creighton, they know that their guards will find them at the last second.
Hemphill lost his dribble, but ends up getting it to Manny Patterson. Hankerson, the 15-footer, along the baseline, and it goes for Cameron Hankerson, the junior.
Hankerson showing that the mid-range pull-up game is not a lost art. Nice move, one dribble bounce, knockdown.
Hankerson's had a slow season compared to where he was last year, scoring in a big way for Green Bay. Cashaw misses the 3. The Blue Jays just 4 for 13 from three-point range. Well below their 45% season average, which is second best in the country.
This is where Sammy Cohen has to be careful that he doesn't draw a charge.
Stripped by Mintz. Down to the basket is Cashaw. And they will call a foul underneath the basket against Hemphill. Timeout on the floor.
Close to him now. Obviously, Shamari Pons, a high-scoring guard. And then, you know, Miles Powell playing very well in his early part of the season.
Miles Powell leading the Big East in scoring. As Cashaw misses a free throw, Creighton's going to have to get this figured out at the free throw line. So far tonight, 5 for 9.
Connor Cashaw, and you see Jaquan McLeod. Those guys played against each other in high school in Chicago and the north suburbs on a regular basis. I remember watching Connor Cashaw play grassroots with the AAU program, NLP, Team NLP, out of Chicago with the guys of Javon Carter, who's at the Memphis Grizzlies, Evan Boudreau, who's playing well at Purdue. Those guys won a national championship, Wayne, in AAU.
This is a 3 from Mintz that was short. Jefferson rebounds and throws it right back up.
And that's what Jefferson brings to this team. He brings the energy. He brings the hustle on the offensive glass. He can get garbage baskets, but he can also knock down shots.
Hunter Christ loses it. Now Creighton with another chance in transition.
You see Creighton here playing with a 4-guard offense. 4 guards, 4 out, 1 in.
Mintz drives into the paint, and an offensive foul is called against Mintz as Chris takes the charge.
Damian Jefferson, what he does well is he works the glass. He finds seams. He gets in there. He has good anticipation and timing. Scrum the ball out with a nice finish.
Jefferson 6 points so far tonight. Had a really good game against Gonzaga with 15 points and 9 rebounds.
Green Bay has to find a way to get McLeod going. He made his first shot.
Misses badly there, left it short. Seen some off-balance shots from Green Bay on their last couple of possessions.
Well, Green Bay, they will take quick shots, and a lot of times they'll take some shots that you question.
Takes it inside with authority, and a timeout is called by Green Bay. The Blue Jays have scored the last 4 so far. Tyshawn Alexander has 10. Creighton trying to open up a little bit of a lead here, but Green Bay scores often. 87 points per game. They average 9 threes per game. Shot clock inside of 5. Hemphill had it off his hand. Let it go out of bounds.
Coach McDermott and his staff have to be pleased so far with his Blue Jays team defense. That was one of the things they emphasized yesterday in practice. Last couple of games, they've given up close to 200 points in 2 games, and Coach said they have to improve if they plan on winning in the long term.
They gave up 102 against Gonzaga, 94 against Nebraska. Off the fingertips of Bishop, and he lost it trying to save it.
Bishop already had tried to make the play before he caught the ball.
Cohen goes around Zegarowski for the basket.
Cohen, luckily right there, was able to get around the defense and not get a 3rd foul.
Ballack trying to keep it alive for Creighton, and it's Alexander who runs it down. He gets it to Ballack for 3. It's good! Ballack has 11. That's his 3rd 3.
Such a pretty jump shot. That jump shot is all contributed to his shot preparation, just being ready.
Cohen trying to draw some contact. Too strong off the backboard. Another 3. This one too strong from Alexander. Schwartz for 3. That bounces out. Green Bay just 3 for 10 from 3-point range. This is Bishop trying to back down Schwartz. Out to Zegarowski. And the freshman drops the 3. Creighton's out to its biggest lead. Up by 10.
Very good job by the freshman Bishop, getting it in the paint, being patient. Creighton working inside, then outside. He finds Zegarowski for an open 3.
Zegarowski made a 3 in each of Creighton's first 8 games before getting shut out against Nebraska. But he's back on the 3-point board tonight, and the Blue Jays have a 10-point cushion.
Well, you have to like the hustle right here. Hustling out, tapping it, getting it out in the court. After he gets on the floor, he gets... And just think if Tennessee would have beat Kansas and New York, and then add on that win they got against Gonzaga when they were #1, Tennessee would be possibly #1. I mean, those 3 teams at the top of the AP, I mean, you're talking about Final 4 teams right there, Wayne.
Well, you have to imagine at least a couple of those teams will be there at the end.
My former coach, Rick Barnes, doing an excellent job down there at Tennessee.
This is Froling working his way to the basket. And he fouls Bell, trying to get the offensive rebound.
Now you see me, now you don't. Trying to use the tricky, crafty footwork in the paint.
I feel like Froling has a lot of upside as a post player. But Trevion Bell was fouled. He'll be at the free throw line here.
Samson Froling fits Coach McDermott's culture, the type of guys he brings in, players he brings in from a big standpoint. Guys who have skill, the ability to pass, guys who can play inside and outside. You know, as a coach, you have to know your niche. You have to know the type of players that fit your system, and you have to stick with that.
Bell, the sophomore from Joliet, Illinois, making those 2 free throws. Of course, Joliet right next to Romeoville. Dickie.
Yes, I'm very familiar with Joliet.
Rolling out to Jefferson, who takes it inside. Jefferson, the Big East leader in 3-point percentage. Really haven't seen him do much work behind the 3-point line yet tonight. This is McLeod for three. Misses off to the right. There's McNair who secured the rebound. And it's a three that falls for Cam Hankerson.
Cam Hankerson saw, like my man Mark Jackson would say, he saw hands down, man down, and just raised up over the defender.
Green Bay really hoping that Hankerson can get back to his scoring prowess of a year ago. As Froling jams it inside.
Froling showing you the skills to be able to penetrate from the perimeter.
Out of bounds, it's Blue Jay basketball.
A Green Bay turnover.
You get a big out here. He doesn't panic, doesn't get nervous, sees the open space to dribble straight to the lane and play above the rim. Well, I don't know if that's really above the rim. That way he did dunk it.
Man, they call Sampson. Shooting 52% from the field so far. And he's had 4 points tonight. Getting close to a season high already.
7-foot freshman, skilled. So much upside and talent.
Ballack almost had it knocked away.
So those quick hands, you see the quick hands of the Phoenix. This is why they average 18, create 18 turnovers a game.
Throwing off the glass, plus the foul. It's been a coming out party for the freshman Sampson tonight.
This is the holiday season. Froling needs to make sure he gets a gift for Tyshawn Alexander. Just vision, quick pass, Froling rolling, getting the pass, and finishing through contact.
Three-point play opportunity. Froling unable to make it. And he's got 6 points. Creighton's lead is back to 9. Fighting his way inside. It was McNair who missed, but Bell gets the tip in.
Right there, the erratic offensive shot opportunity by Green Bay ends up turning out well for them because it creates an offensive putback.
Final minute of the first half as Zegarowski is fouled. And that will be a double bonus opportunity for Zegarowski to get a couple of free throws. Foul on Pipes, his second, 10th team foul against the Phoenix in this first half.
And Green Bay's coach Link Garner has put in his small lineup. He has his small lineup to kind of pressure up on the ball in the half court, try to see if they can create a turnover, and then offensively get a rebound, get out in transition. He's trying to score quick. He's trying to create some quick, but they have to box out a rebound.
This foul will be called against Creighton. It's Kaleb Joseph who is diving for that loose ball. Creighton's had a tough time at the free throw line tonight, now 5 for 13.
That still really amazes me that a team that shoots the ball so well from the perimeter is only subpar at shooting from the free throw line. Even Ballack, a guy who can make and knock down threes, only shoots 76% from the free throw line.
This is Trevion Bell back to the line, and he misses the first.
Two high-power offensive three-point perimeter shooting teams, transition, and both teams struggling from the free throw line.
Too much up-tempo. Maybe it's downtime at the free throw line.
Well,
it's too relaxing.
The other thing that happens is when you have teams that shoot a lot of jump shots, that means they're not getting to the free throw line or not. So if there's low frequency, then you have a higher chance of not being a consistent shooter.
Free throw shooting in the first half has been atrocious. Alexander steps back and throws a line drive, essentially out of bounds. Last touch by Froling.
Right there, Tyshawn Alexander. That was the one possession where he became a ball stopper and went into his bag of tricks. Kind of got out of the offense, hadn't had a shot in a while, decided that he was going to go one-on-one, and it resulted in a bad shot.
I didn't say that Green Bay has played a great first half here, but they make a bucket on this possession. It's a fairly close game. Javon Smith turns it over, though. The shot clock is off with Creighton up by 7.
Well, if you're Green Bay right here, you want to make sure you're pressuring up the ball, make this last shot attempt very difficult, and then you go in at halftime only down 7. If you're the Blue Jays, you want to get a good shot.
Balak's had a great first half. And it's 2 deep three. His fourth triple of the first half as Mitch Balak ends up with 14 points. Turnovers in the first half. The Phoenix force 18 per game. They are 9th in the country in turnover margin, 14th in steals, and yet Creighton's come away without turning the ball over a whole lot.
Blue Jays have taken care of the ball, and they have actually forced the Phoenix to turn the ball over and have capitalized on 15 points on the turnovers.
And that was a gift from Tank Hemphill, who should have just let that ball go out of bounds on its own. Instead, he knocked it out, and Creighton will get it back. Balak had a big first half. This is his first shot of the second. 4 threes in the first half for Balak. He's had at least 4 triples in 3 of his last 4 games. Missed jumper from Cohen. The attack to the basket, and Kroppel, who did not score in the first half, has still been shut out tonight.
Kroppel still coming along, trying to get back in the rhythm of the game, coming off that ACL injury from last season. Taking him some time.
He has had 3 torn ACLs in his life. As Alexander misses the 3, both teams coming out cold to start the second half.
As you can see, the pace of the game doesn't change even though it's the second half. Still high tempo pace by both teams.
Offensive foul called against Manny Patterson, who was jockeying for position with Kroppel on the post.
Kroppel's still trying to grow. He's averaging close to 8 points this season, but before his injury last season, he was averaging almost 12 points and 8 rebounds. And it's just a matter of time. When you come off an ACL injury, you know, you go through that process, and then when you get back on the court, it takes some time mentally and physically to get back to where you were.
He is the longest tenured Blue Jay. They only have 2 seniors on the roster, both transfers at one time. Kaleb Joseph from Syracuse and Cashaw from Rice. A bit of a leadership void on this Creighton team early on. Cohen able to track down that pass and force it through the hoop.
That looked like a football wide receiver right there. Being able to tap that to himself, gather it, still concentrate off of balance, and make a basket.
Kroppel thought long and hard about that 3. Finally took it and missed it. Hankerson, the drive inside. Kroppel gets a block. Now it's open space for Mintz under the basket. Had to track that pass down, but he's still able to score high off the glass.
Kroppel with a little security. Protect my house.
Kroppel with his 6th block. He leads the team. Shot clock down to 6 for Hankerson from the free throw line. His jumper misses and falls to Balak. Balak with the take, the left hand, plus the foul. Mitch Balak's having a great night.
These Blue Jays have 3 sensational sophomores. And right here you see hashtag security, the block by Kroppel that leads out to the fast break layup. Could have got a foul right there. But this guy right here, he's just, his high-level basketball IQ, but I just don't understand the free throws. Dwayne, I don't understand.
Creighton is 5 for 14 at the line. How about Cohen? He tucked the ball, then went up to get the layup plus the foul. You called him a wide receiver on the last possession. That time he looked like a running back.
Straight up the middle with the handoff. He's playing so confident. High-level confidence from when I saw him at Marquette. His ability to put it on the floor, he's gotten better in his ball handling. He's gotten stronger, and he's become an efficient shooter.
Cohen makes it a 3-point play. The press is on from the Green Bay defense. Alexander gets through it, takes it to the glass, but can't get it to fall. Rebound for Hemphill. Nice feed from Tech to Cohen with the reverse jam.
Hashtag special delivery. Oh my goodness. Watch your head.
Max Strus had the dunk of the night earlier. Slamming one down with two hands.
I like this game. I like this. This is the type of game. This is exciting for TV. Guys started off shooting threes. Now they're attacking the basket. You're having some monster jams here by both teams.
Backing his way down. Patterson gets it to roll through, plus the foul.
Look at this aggressive baseline drive. OMG. Just going baseline with a quick dunk. He wasn't going to block that shot this time. And they got to get one more look. Exciting, spectacular. Looked at him, talked to him. I love it, though. Competing, having fun. This is a brand new Sandy Cohen than I saw at Marquette.
That was vicious. Cohen has 18 points. Patterson with a three-point play cuts the Creighton lead to 6. Mintz lost his dribble. Hemphill dives on it. And a timeout secured by the Blue Jays. We'll take the timeout as well.
I love the way he's playing, Wayne. I love his confidence, his energy. I can't say it enough. This is two different players that I saw in Marquette and that I'm seeing here at Green Bay.
18 points matches a season high. His career high 36, got that in the Horizon League tournament last year against Detroit Mercy. A travel by Mitch Ballard gives the ball back to Green Bay. The Phoenix will try to make it a one-possession game when we return. Points per game off of turnovers. They only have 6 so far tonight. So Creighton has held on to the basketball a little bit better than most have against the Phoenix. But Green Bay still in this thing.
Wayne, we weren't expecting that outcome with the turnover disparity.
Rebound ended up bouncing to Ballack. Alexander pushing to the basket. Jefferson tried to save it, but it's out of bounds. And it belongs to Green Bay.
Like you said, with the way the Phoenix turned teams over, you would have thought that those stats would be flip-flopped. But the rest of the game has lived up to the expectations.
Pipes dribbled around a double team and found his way against the basket. He'll get 2 free throws as he draws a foul. Great effort by Pipes. It looked like he was trapped and found a way out.
Well, this Green Bay team has a core of guards who can attack off the bounce. They all can create their own shots, and they all can go downhill and attack the rim. That makes them a threat at any position, whoever has the ball.
Pipes is out of the Chicago area from Woodridge, Illinois, the all-time leading scorer in the history of Lamont High School. Makes 1 of 2 at the free throw line.
This is just a 5-point game. Blue Jays holding on, but you can see Green Bay gaining momentum each possession.
Ballack made 4 threes in the first half, and he zooms that one through for his 5th.
Every kid watching this game right now, if you want to be a shooter like Ballack, you have to be ready at all times. Shot preparation is key, and he has a quick release.
Look at McLeod with the floater and the foul.
Look at the shot preparation. Look at that quick release. And then Jaquan McLeod, the player they need to score, was questionable for the game, but he is definitely producing tonight with a hurt wrist.
McLeod was Horizon League Player of the Week earlier this year. A couple of big games against Eastern Washington and Morehead State. We've seen tonight that Ballack has had with 5 threes and 19 points. He had 7 threes and 23 points in Creighton's last game against Nebraska. As the officials are over at the scorers table taking a look, as McLeod was fouled on that last play.
So like anything now, the officiating has to go and check the monitor when anybody gets hit in the head or the face to make sure that it wasn't anything malicious. But
well, nobody got hit in the face.
Nobody got hit in the face.
Ballack was called for the foul, so McLeod will have a chance at a 3-point play. They thought that somebody took one under the chin, but that did not happen. So the foul on Ballack is 3rd. Now 3-point play for Jaquan McLeod.
You see the full court pressure by the Phoenix, turning up the heat and the intensity. Again, like I said, they're gaining momentum by each possession, and it's being done by their defensive activity.
Alexander puts up the 3 and sinks it. There's no when one of these Blue Jays is going to fire up the 3 and knock one down.
And that was right in the rhythm of his shot and with the rhythm of the offense. A nice jab step to get the defender off of him and just raise up.
It's the 9th 3 of this game for Creighton. They get the ball back as that one's out of bounds off Cohen.
Alexander has proved to be a good corner shooter. Jab, just a little jab to create space. And if you're going to guard an Alexander, you have to contest harder than McLeod just did.
Alexander has 13 points. He's a sophomore, just like Ballack, who has 19. Top 3 scorers on this Blue Jay team this season, all sophomores. Rebound for Schwartz. Cohen's been the hot hand for the Phoenix tonight. Trying to take it against Joseph inside, and Cohen gets fouled.
And now Green Bay is coming down, and they're doing the majority of their offense off the bounce. Dribble drives. They're trying to take advantage of any mismatch, any potential opening or seam to drive to the basket.
Cohen with a new season high, 19 points. Cohen is the only senior on Green Bay's roster as Hankerson checks back in.
And sometimes you just have to find a home. The transfers in college basketball, the number has skyrocketed. But sometimes players, choose a school and coaches leave, or they figure out it's not a right fit. And sometimes it takes to find the right home, and Cohen has found the right home here in Green Bay.
Both of these teams have left a lot of points on the table with their missed free throws tonight. Shot clock at 7 for Alexander. Hits a screen from Epperson, misses the jumper, and it's out of bounds. Josh McNair returns for Green Bay. Green Bay and Creighton, they've never faced each other. In fact, Green Bay has not faced a Big East team since they beat Marquette in 2012. Trying to score an upset here in Omaha. They've kept it close, but the Blue Jays still with a 7-point lead. A lob toward Epperson. Creighton likes to lob the basketball over near the basket. They haven't done that a lot tonight, as Epperson was fouled.
Well, Creighton has the advantage in the ball screen with their bigs as far as Frawling was 7-foot size and Epperson was 6'11", so Alexander's doing the right thing. Just put the ball up there for the big fellas. They'll go get it.
This is Krompel losing the basketball, poked out by Hankerson. McNair got tangled up with Cashaw. They will call a jump ball. Green Bay will keep possession.
Excellent defense by Connor Cashaw. Getting down court, getting physical, getting his hands in there without fouling, tying up the ball.
In the corner, three from Schwartz doesn't go. Hankerson tapped it out of bounds. Green Bay getting a little cold again from three-point range especially. They are just 4 for 15 tonight.
They're continuing to apply the pressure, full court.
Two of the highest scoring teams in the country. They're both average in the 80s. Joseph tried to lob it toward Krompel. Ball was kind of tipped. Krompel had to come back for it, and Hankerson knocked it out. This is Tank Hemphill off the glass and through for Tank.
Tank might have got fouled right there. That was a difficult shot. He became a difficult shot maker.
Zagarowski gets it right back. The freshman with a bucket.
The Blue Jays coaching staff thinks Zagarowski. You see the three knocked down by Schwartz.
A big one for Cody Schwartz. And a foul is called against McNair, as Creighton's lead has shriveled to 4. Kermit in the huddle after his team has lost back-to-back games against Gonzaga and Nebraska. You're going to have to grind one out tonight against Green Bay, it looks like.
So it was pretty simple. He felt like the unit on the court got away with what they were doing earlier about passing the ball, getting it into the paint, and he wanted them to get back to that.
Zagarowski from the corner. Big three from the freshman.
The coaching staff is real pleased with Zagarowski. They really like his talent. They think he's going to be real special as time goes on. This is a kid, as you see the steal.
Lobs it up. Joseph slips it to Bishop underneath, and a foul was called. Good job by Joseph to keep that one in bounds.
And they responded to Coach McDermott at the timeout. Move the ball. You find Zagarowski in the corner. And here's a freshman, the brother of Michael Carter Williams, the former 2014 Rookie of the Year in the NBA. Very skilled. They like his talent for the future.
Creighton now 5 for 15 at the free throw line. I think that's 6 for 16. Alexander is 4 for 4. The rest of the team is 2 for 12.
I just have to keep saying it. It baffles me. A good shooting team who struggles at the free throw line.
8-point lead. Schwartz backing his way inside, spinning toward the basket, and knocking it off the window.
The transfer from San Jose State. Coming off an 11-point game in their last outing, showing his skill.
He has 8 tonight. It was Cohen with the defense there on Ballack. And a chance in transition for the Phoenix. Cohen got tied up. And now Schwartz will get called for an offensive foul.
That was a pretty easy play defensively for Zagarowski. Schwartz needed to give the ball back out, be patient. He was pressing the issue. He pressed the issue because he scored the last possession. He felt like he had a smaller defender on him. If you have a smaller defender on you, throw it back out, go post. You try to dribble past a smaller guy, and he just baits you in for the offensive charge.
Green Bay has turned it over 14 times tonight. That's above their season average. Normally they're the ones that are forcing the turnovers, not creating them themselves. Cashaw was stripped. There's an example of the Phoenix defense. Pipes almost lost it himself.
Well, there was no space right there for Cashaw to get through, but he comes back and makes up for the turnover he had and gets the steal.
Cashaw took it away from Cohen. Zagarowski regains control.
This unit that they're having right now has to play with poise. They just have to be patient.
The freshman Bishop trying to back down Cohen. Cashaw saved it. Three from Joseph is good.
He just made something out of nothing. Cashaw got stuck in the air, but because of his skill and his vision, was able to find the shooter in the corner.
That's not necessarily a possession they'll watch over for being pretty, but turns into 3 points anyway.
Well, you had the no-look pass by the big, and then Cashaw gets stuck, but finds a bailout pass to the corner. The shooter making the pass look good.
Only the third three for Kaleb Joseph so far this season. As Green Bay called a timeout, they don't want to see this one slip away. It's been as close as 4 here in the last few minutes. Now back to a 9-point lead for Creighton. Creighton's lead is 9. They've been up by as many as 12. Green Bay pulled within 4 a couple of minutes ago, but they've started to turn the ball over a bunch 4 times in the last 2.5 minutes.
Well, if you're the Phoenix right now, you want to continue to apply the pressure. Put the Blue Jays under duress when they have the ball and try to force a turnover to create defense turning into offense.
Bishop will get called for offensive foul. B.J. Pipes took a spill. Maybe an award-winning spill at that.
A little acting right there. Bishop still getting a feel and developing as a hybrid forward to be able to post up, and those things are going to come to know how to play off of smaller guys who might try to flop. But right there, Pipes got that call.
Greg McDermott with a teaching moment for Christian Bishop. Hemphill missed the short jumper, and Zegarowski gets the rebound. Creighton trying to get their lead back to double digits. Alexander missed the 3. Froling gives the Blue Jays a second chance.
You had a quick shot right there in transition.
Froling dribbling along the baseline, sends it out. Zegarowski misses the 3. Froling another bounce out for the offensive rebound, and Joseph gets it to bounce through.
It's going to be tough for the Phoenix.
Balak gets the rebound. Balak the no-look feed. Joseph for 3. Joseph.
The spice, the flavor by Balak. That's why he leads his team in assists. The vision, the eyes behind his head, finding the shooter.
And the 14-point lead is Creighton's biggest. They can add to it on this possession. Zegarowski for 3. And a rebound for Cohen.
Now keep in mind, Wayne, the last 4 or 5 possessions showed what type of tempo both teams play at.
Green Bay has missed 6 consecutive shots. Here comes Alexander. The left hand is good. Green Bay needs a timeout.
Alexander.
Tyshawn Alexander has 15 points. Mitch Balak, the leading scorer, with 19. And the Blue Jays are on a 10-0 run. Green Bay 0 for their last 6 from the field. They haven't scored in about 4 minutes. So the Blue Jays trying to break this modest 2-game losing streak. Foul called against Froling. Will put Manny Peterson at the line. Creighton's defense has been improved tonight. Green Bay shooting just 28% from 3-point range. On top of that, 16 turnovers from the Phoenix tonight.
The Blue Jays have absolutely improved defensively tonight. But if you're going to play at this fast pace, Wayne, if you're going to be a team that play at up-tempo, you have to make shots for it to be effective. I mean, before last half, Green Bay was getting up shots on an average of 13 seconds, and Creighton was getting up shots on an average of 16 seconds. You saw in the past segment they got back to that again, but Green Bay wasn't making shots, and Creighton was.
The Blue Jays have made 12 threes. This is the 7th straight game where Creighton has made at least 10 threes. That is a school record. It's never happened before. Froling thought about the three, gives it to Ballack instead. They've had better luck with Ballack from three tonight. He's hit 5 of them, but missed that one. Hemphill gets fouled on his way up to the basket.
Ballack tried to play that straight up and wall up, but he ended up leaning in towards the end, so good call by the officials.
That's the 4th foul against Ballack. So he'll come out for a little bit at least. Cropple getting ready to check back in along with a couple others. Jefferson returns, so does Davion Mintz.
Well, there's still 6 minutes left in this game. And if you're the Phoenix, you still have an opportunity to get back into this because you're a high-scoring team. The way you do that is make the free throw, pick up full court, turn the pressure, turn the heat up, and try to create steals in the passing lane.
Hemphill makes the 2nd free throw. Green Bay averages over 9 steals per game. They are 14th in the country in that category. The free throw line extended. Jumper for Tyshawn Alexander. He has 17.
And that's just coming from his point guard duties last season, being able to play in ball screens and read the defense.
Cohen got an open look at the top of the arc. Hemphill flies in for the rebound and the putback. Good effort by Tank Hemphill.
High energy Hemphill. Energy plays. Just getting in there, strumming out rebounds. You have to box out. Damian Jefferson not doing his job, boxing out Hemphill. He creeps in there, gets a rebound.
Crumple out to Joseph. Kaleb Joseph hits his 3rd three of the game. He only had 2 in the first 9.
Transfer from Syracuse was only shooting 33%, but like you said, you didn't have a big sample size, only 6, but today he's knocking down his opportunities.
Shot clock down to 6 for Cohen, who lost it. Jefferson tries to keep it in bounds, and he does. Jefferson's open. The Big East leader from three-point range has not made one tonight, but Mintz gets the offensive rebound. The floater doesn't go, and it's out of bounds, belonging to Green Bay.
Only 6 three-point attempts so far in this season, but today he's locked, loaded, and ready. He spaced off of the big, created some spacing, so when he got it kicked out to him, he had the opportunity to knock it down.
McLeod misses the jumper. Rebound for Alexander. Creighton had a 58-54 lead. Since then, they have gone on a nice run, 19-8, to extend their lead into double digits against Green Bay. Crumple posting against Patterson, and Crumple is fouled. Timeout on the floor. Creighton trying to break a 2-game losing streak.
For his team with an addition of 6 assists, no turnovers. A scorer who dishes out 6 assists, no turnovers.
17 points tonight for Alexander. That's right around his season average. The 6 assists, though, that is double what he has done on average this year. We told you about his point guard background last year as a freshman.
He's Tyshawn Alexander is one of my rise and shine players so far. He has definitely been able to rise and shine with his abilities.
And Tyshawn Alexander has certainly been helpful to the Creighton offense. The best scoring offense in the Big East, but entering tonight, the worst defense in the Big East. However, they have forced 18 turnovers, and they have kept this Green Bay team from even getting close to their season average of 87 points per game.
Well, I think they made the right step. The right step in the right direction defensively as a team. And why not do it against a high-powered team offensively like Green Bay?
Big East schedule tomorrow is locked and loaded. We told you earlier about Villanova at #1 Kansas. Bunch of games on FS1, including Seton Hall against Rutgers. A battle of in-state schools. Butler against Indiana as well. Speaking of an in-state rivalry.
Well, I bet Jay Wright is really missing the likes of Jalen Brunson right now going into that Kansas game. I love that in-state rivalry they do at Casico Fieldhouse with Butler and Indiana, Notre Dame and Purdue.
Pipes went to the left hand underneath. PJ Pipes has 6. And for Creighton, they have had a loaded up non-conference schedule. They have faced 8 teams already that won 22 or more games last year. The losses against Gonzaga and Nebraska. They're hoping to get back on track tonight, and they certainly seem to have done so. A steal there leaves Sandy Cohen alone, but he was blocked by the rim trying to dunk that ball. A second chance didn't go. A third chance didn't either, and Cohen fouled on that third opportunity. He'll go to the free throw line. We saw one highlight reel dunk for the ages from Cohen earlier, and now one thud.
When one comes a highlight, one comes a blooper. Sometimes it's like that, Wayne. He wasn't able to get a second highlight dunk like he did in the first half, but he didn't give up. He didn't give up on the effort of continuing to corral that ball and try to get it in.
Cohen with a double-double tonight, 20 points and 10 rebounds. Teams again not shooting very well from the free throw line tonight. Creighton only 40%. They've been better from three-point range than from the free throw line.
Well, like you said, I think Creighton needs to ask the officials, when they shoot free throws, can they move it to the three-point line?
Schwartz sending it out, getting it back. And Schwartz missing wildly, trying to get around Jefferson.
Schwartz kind of stuck in midair, having to make that bad shot, but I think he already had made up his mind on what kind of move he was going to make instead of reading and reacting to the defense.
A foul is called, and the Blue Jays getting toward Big East play. Conference action will begin on New Year's Eve at Providence. First 2 games on the road. Still another tough opponent coming up at Oklahoma on Tuesday. It's been a very heavy non-conference schedule for Creighton.
And that schedule that they have is only going to help them in the long run. They played Gonzaga pretty well. They were up in that game, kind of got away in a segment from them. They got punched in the mouth by their in-state rivals, Nebraska. But those things are going to help this trio of sophomores that Coach McDermott starts. It'll help this team in the long run and building into Big East play.
The Blue Jays were picked to finish 9th in the conference. Last year they were tied for 3rd in the Big East. Went to the NCAA tournament before losing to Kansas State in the first round. So some work to do for Greg McDermott And his team, and Coach McDermott said earlier, he doesn't feel like he's much different than most teams in the Big East with a bunch of young players in the league. A work in progress to be sure, but he doesn't feel like that's unusual in the Big East this year.
Yeah, I mean, well, you have a lot of vacancies were made from this past season with guys graduating, players entering the draft like Jalen Brunson and
Kyrie Thomas was the big loss for Creighton as far as the draft is concerned.
Kyrie Thompson.
And Zagorowski makes the three. We'll get some substitutions done as Jordan Scurry enters for Creighton. It's been a good night for Zagorowski. That's the 14th three from Creighton in this game. Zagorowski has hit 3 of them.
Well, he has shooting ability. He has a good feel as a point guard, and he's only a freshman. He has solid size.
This is Christ missing. Bishop gets the rebound.
If you're Coach McDermott, again, you should be pleased with the defensive effort and performance coming off those 2 losses and focusing on defense in the last couple of practices.
Yeah, the defense much improved tonight. There's a basket for Jordan Scurry, his first of the year.
I was at practice yesterday. Jordan Scurry was getting his work in yesterday, scoring on this. When he was on the scout team, he was making shots against the starters, and he was letting them know about it.
Well, they love Scurry here. He was surprised with a scholarship last season. High energy guy, and he was able to get his first basket of the season on that last Creighton possession. Jefferson drags down the rebound to finish things up here tonight in Omaha. For Creighton, the offense about the same as usual. 86 points. They made 14 threes. But a big step defensively tonight for the Blue Jays, holding Green Bay to 65 as Creighton pulls off a 21-point win at home over the Phoenix. Once again, our final score, Creighton 86, Green Bay 65. For Dickie Simpkins and our entire crew, I'm Wayne Randazzo. Coming up next, it's FS1 UFC Fight Night Weigh-In from Milwaukee.